Welcome to the AV-42C cold start tutorial. This process can seem very daunting at first, however, it is quick and easy once you become familiar with it. We will start by powering up the APU or the auxiliary power unit, as well as the main battery. Once that is done, we can watch the RPMs of the APU rise. Once that is in the green zone, we can continue on to powering up the engines. And now we will power on engine 1. We will be able to watch the RPMs rise and then drop back to idle. While that's going, we could power up the rest of the systems, but to keep the tutorial simple, we'll wait until both engine 1 and 2 are running at idle before we move on. Now that engine 1 is running idle, we will do the same for engine 2. And now that both engines are running at idle, we can turn off the auxiliary power unit. We will watch the RPMs of the APU drop, but the engines will remain idle. Make sure the brake lock is on. Now we can power up the rest of the systems in no particular order. I like to start with the MFCDs, and the HUD, and both the radar and the fuel monitor. And while it's not necessary yet, I like to turn on the HMCS, so that's ready whenever I need it. Over on the left side panel, we don't actually need to touch anything, but it's always good to double check that our flight assists are where we want them to be. This concludes the AV-42C cold start tutorial. Once you're comfortable with this process and you feel that you're ready to fly, feel free to move on to either of the takeoff tutorials, standard, catapult launch, or VTOL. I'd also advise getting familiar with the landing process, unless of course you like really expensive fireworks.